Hey, so I don't know who needs to hear this. I My heart is beating so fast right now. I've been resisting making anything really. Or that's not true. I've been making a lot, but I've been keeping it hidden. I've been keeping it for myself. I'm just realizing now how vulnerable this is for me right now, and I'm kind of shitting myself, to be honest. Um, I don't have social media anymore. I even am taking a break from WhatsApp at the moment. It's my only means of communication. I I'm literally off the grid. No one can find me right now pretty much. And I like to keep it that way, to be honest. um I don't know. I think I had a big fear of how people would perceive me, and now I just got this like whoppa, knock on the head like, well, what are you doing still keeping this shit for yourself? Like, I know what I got. I know I have a lot of good wisdom, just like everyone else. And me keeping my voice hidden, I don't even know if this microphone's working, to be honest. It's my first time pretty much using it, and I don't know what I'm doing, but it's not the point. But I think someone needed to hear that because no one knows what they're doing, okay? But I think every single person knows that they have this gem within them that is just literally a pure form of divinity in some sense. And when we learn to shut off that mental chatter that's keeping us away from that, then I feel like a lot of magic can happen, but only if we allow it. And I've been doing all the work that you're supposed to be doing, if that's what you want to say. And I have a stack of journals higher than I don't know anyone who has this many journals. Like I've been going through 2 journals a month. And eventually comes the point where enough is enough, and my higher self is just like, Bish, what are you still doing here? And I promised to myself that there's only one way I'm going to show up on the internet, and that's completely myself. So that's, to be honest, unshowered. I just cried like 20 minutes ago, not even. Pretty sure I still feel, not just pretty sure, I still feel the tear streaks. And I feel like there's someone out there that needs to hear this. Um, I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's okay. Sorry if the lighting's like back and on and off. 616, by the way, I don't know. Um, my TV's like going through like these photo images that keep popping up in case you're wondering. But anyways, and I have so many ideas, and I just don't even know where to start. And I'm 109 pages into my book, and I'm realizing that no one's even hearing this shit at all, you know? Um, and so this is my message to you. Whoever needed to hear this, this is my message about finding your own truth and also expressing that is what I'm learning now. um, and if we imagine like we all have like our own individual like bubble of reality, so to speak, and if you imagine that bubble of reality being a cell, like imagine like the body, like we've trillions of cells, obviously, and those cells are individual in a sense. They are a part of the whole thing, but they're individual. And I don't know if you remember in science class, like way back in the day, um, like the interstitial space in between. I only have it in German. I did my nursing degree in Germany, so like the interstitial space, I think it's called in English. It's like the space in between the cells. Like that's just smart for whatever. Um, yeah, and it's just the space in between the cells, and I see that space in between cells as like a symbolism of raw reality, one that none of us can really properly see. Um, it's just how the universe, like if you think about it, it's hard to explain, but it's like if you think about it like a dragonfly with a lot more eyes than us, that's for sure. I don't know exactly how many, but I think it's like 100 or 1,000. I don't know, but um, a dragonfly definitely has a different sense or in perception of reality than us. Even me just looking into my dog's eyes today and everything. I was just thinking like, man, I wonder what you see, you know? Like I know we all see different things, and like I was sitting on my trampoline enjoying the sun in the winter. I live in Canada now, and I moved back here. Just looking up at the sky and just thinking, I wonder if the blue I see is the blue that you see. You know, just because I see my version of blue does not mean that's the exact same for the other person, but we all perceive it as being the color blue, if that makes sense. Um, and so, going along with that analogy, the interstitial space in between is kind of like raw reality, like that which none of us like. We see it, but we don't at the same time, if that makes sense. So, like, each person has their own card of reality, and it's like if you think about like a cell now, like a whole bunch of different cells, and like let's just imagine it on a big scale. Here, I have a grapefruit. There's like the circle here, you know? This is like our bubble of reality of like what we perceive in like the now, right now. And all the space in between, like if we're this grapefruit, we're looking at the space at a certain angle, you know? We since we're here, we can't like see it especially from like an observatory space. Like we can observe ourselves, but we can't observe everything at the same time, if that makes sense. So it's something that's beyond our mind's comprehension. And we're a whole bunch of these little cells, and we're having a certain view of reality. It's not the whole of reality. It's not everyone's truth. It's your fucking truth, you know? It's like I think what I'm like, it's hard to put into words because it's like, I feel like so many people on this planet see a certain truth and they think that's the truth for all and that they figured out all the answers and that, um, yeah, that they just figured out all the answers and they know the answer for everyone and they claim they have the cheat codes for life. 7-Eleven, as I'm saying this, they claim they have the cheat codes for life and that they know all that there is to know. And, but like, no. You know your truth, boo. You know your thing, but doesn't mean it's gonna work for me. And I think it's a great thing to consume, or like to like like consume ideas, books, and everything. I've been a lot into reading lately and everything, and I think that's all great. But we need to balance that out with some creation as well. Even fucking grapefruit. I'll get to the grapefruit again, but we need to like balance those out a little bit if that makes sense because without balance we're gonna feel quite unaligned and I've been like having really big problems with like my neck area, you know, like it going up to my jaw, it feeling like as if one side is longer than the other and everything and just like a whole bunch of shit going on and like I was literally sitting on my trampoline like full on angry. I was just like, why isn't it in balance? And I was like trying to like rebalance it. I would like I felt like I could have just you know, like I was feeling super frustrated that it wasn't in balance. And then I was like, oh, yeah, well, what am I doing here? Like sitting here making a fit about it not being in balance, but at the same time not doing anything to tend to my balancing, you know? And so this is my try to balance. I know that it's not English, but you know, we just going with it because I'm done with this perfectionism shit. Struggled it with all my life. Like I had yeah, I had so many breakouts. I'm just not feeling hot. Let's just go with that. You know, like I have my good moments like where I'm feeling myself, but then there's some moments where I'm like, yeesh. And I think we all have those moments. And so if I can share myself in my yeesh moment, then I can share myself at any moment. And I think that's the message that I'm supposed to put out right now. And so it doesn't have to be perfect. Hell, it doesn't have to be planned out. I just knew I had to do something. And if you're feeling like that, do anything. Do something. Just get your voice out there in some sense, in some area, you know? Um, yeah, but I kind of got off track, but I think that was there for a reason, you know? But this whole like perception of reality, like we have our own truth. And I think it's really important to express our truth because that truth can help someone else who is resonating at the same frequency as you, for example, can help that person go deeper into their truth, even if they don't necessarily agree with it. It's then like a deeper, like if you find reasons that you disagree with it and you dive into that, you go one step further into your own truth. And just avoiding thinking about truth whatsoever will never get you to your truth. And so what I'm getting at is we all have different perceptions of reality, and don't follow anyone. It could be, I'm not going to name names, but it could be the highest guru or whatever. Like, no, like, don't follow these people as if they were like better than you, because they're not, no matter what they say. They don't have it all figured out, you know? They also struggle just as like you do, because we have a human experience. And the point of the human experience is to live it. And you can't, like, for me, I've been on like a spiritual journey for the past, I don't even know how many years, like 5 years now, probably 4 years maybe. And I was big into meditation and all that. Super important, super great tools. But at the same time, like, I don't agree that we should just like forget thought. I think like spirit, source, God, whatever you want to call it, gave us this gift of thought, this gift of understanding of our perception of our reality, so that we can create something out of it. It's not there for you to try to control, you know? That's not the point of life in my eyes. And so it's not about controlling the realms, it's about letting go, like loosening your grip a little bit and just letting the rest flow. And if you mess up along the way, who cares? Is anyone gonna like remember it for the rest of like honestly, like in 10 years time, even like just think about it, in 100 years time, in 10 years time, is anyone gonna think about that? No. And even if they did, who gives a fuck? Like, I think we have such big worries that that is literally the thing that is twisting our tongues and not getting our message out there. And so, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And so get your message out there. It doesn't matter if you're in pajamas, it doesn't matter in, this isn't even pajamas, but you know what I mean? Like I have greasy hair, greasy as fuck hair right now. Not to, you know what I mean. I have greasy hair right now, and yeah, it's, I'm not feeling my best. But you don't have to feel your best to share your word, to share your truth, to share any version of your life. You don't have to isolate if you don't feel like you're perfect. Because exactly sharing and putting yourself out there when you're not feeling perfect is where we meet each other at eye level, where we have this area where we're like, oh my gosh, I see myself in that, you know? And I just wanted to let you know that's okay. It's okay to cry it out. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, to feel angry. Like, I had a really hard time expressing my anger, you know? And that's probably why I'm having all these like neck problems, and like it's gotten a lot better, but it's still like the last like I saw it in the past as like a stone or like a hindrance in my way, and I'm like, if only I was in balance, then I could share my word. No. No, that's exactly why I'm making this message, because it's not like that. Share your word, because no matter what state you're in right now, no matter where you are on your journey, how ready you feel and how like not ready you feel, like you have something valuable to say. And so my heart goes out to you. I love you so much, and I hope this helped in some way, because definitely helped me. I got something off of my chest, and I got over that barrier that's been in my way for I don't even know how many months. Like, I remember looking back at the first two videos I posted being like, oh my god, so judgmental. I was scared of other people's judgment, but I didn't even think about my own judgment. So, think what you want, but I know this is going to help someone. And so, I love you all.